Good evening and welcome everyone. This is just a small stream today, as you know, as you probably saw in the description and on Blue Sky, and I think I also posted on Twitter. Yeah, I still posted on Twitter, but if you're wondering why I'm not posting on Twitter anymore, I basically switched to Blue Sky because, yeah, fuck Elon. Spoiler, I'm on Blue Sky now mostly. Hope you're all doing well. And yeah, we're back with Payday 3. Probably won't do it long today. Two reasons. First of all, there is not much to do. And second of all, I am kinda ill. But as I said, I will cover Payday 3 over the year, as I did. This is kind of like the last big update they're doing this year. So I guess I should look into it. Also, it's First World Bank. And I am a bit shocked that this came out right now. So, for everyone who doesn't know, basically, they updated the game a bunch of times over the year. So, as you can probably see, we have a new background. Honestly, this is a better background than before. Fair point. They kind of overhauled how the UI looks. And I think looks is the right word because, for example, the vendors now look a bit chunkier, but they're still like the same kind of UI, to the point where I'm like, yeah, I would kind of like to have it modded. You know, for example, why can't I buy favors? Why can't I unlock buying different favors? Why? A lot of the systems where I said they are still holding the game back, they are still in place. And like, it looks nicer now, but a lot of things still work the same. Let's say the biggest stuff they added is that now you have CrimeNet. This is neat. I don't really have a lot of things to complain about that. This is... Yes, they copied... Shit, they copied CrimeNet from Payday 2, you know, but now it's green. That's different. It's green. We have green CrimeNet now. Before that, it was blue. Okay? Now it's green. That means it's different. It's CrimeNet. But you know what? That's an improvement. Also seeing, you know, where the heists are on the map. That's actually such a neat addition that I kind of wish, you know, Payday 2 would have done that. But still, this is neat. So yeah. Otherwise, not much has changed. As you can see, there are still the core heists, there are the side... Okay, so First World Bank falls under side hustle, there's no storyline or anything, it's just First World Bank. Now, the thing where I said I find it fairly interesting that they added now is two things. First of all, I'm interested in how it's structured. Like, as you remember, First World Bank is the heist. It's like the first heist you have done in Payday 1. I don't know if it's like the best heist, but it's a good heist. And then it was also one of the first heists to be it was the first heist to be remade in Payday 2. This obviously isn't the case here. Here we got Murky Station and Cook-Off with weird, very, very weird sizes, but we'll get to that. So, now, First World Bank. Yeah, I'm basically wondering how is stealth, what kind of stuff you do now, how is stealth doing? Are there more options? Because First World Bank in Payday 2 was almost perfect. I'd say, you know, the stealth section was a bit scripted, but it was also good stealth, I'd say. San Martin Bank is still the best bank in the whole game of Payday 2, if you ask me at least. But First World Bank, good. It was better than Big Bank. So yeah, let's play some First World Bank and see if it's still off in terms of size, because if you're wondering why that happened, see, basically the alpha of Payday 3 leaked. And there was Jewelry Store from Payday 2. So it seems you can just drag and drop you know, heists from Payday 2 into the data of Payday 3. Neat. But the sizes of everything is a little bit too big. So I probably just pulled in Turbid Station and Cook-Off and didn't adjust for that. So let's see how First World Bank fares with that.
Where it all started, eh, Chops? This makes me all warm and fuzzy.
Let's go in loud, I guess.
You know, it might be me getting old and looking back through rose-tinted glasses, but I want to take a trip down memory lane. First World Bank. I heard they beefed up their security. Might have to do with the rumor of the bank being used to launder money. Nevertheless, I say we show them who's top dog, eh? Now, a lot has changed in that place, but they still play their workers cock, so it wasn't that hard to bribe one of them to act as our inside man. Now, if you want to go in all quiet, he'll help you get the cash out of there. Are you chops ready to make one hell of a withdrawal?
Personally, I'd say First World Bank should have been like the first heist in Payday 3, but let's see how this works out this time. So how's everyone doing? That fountain is new, I think. The size seems to be right. Smaller this time a bit more cramped.
You're good to go. Just walk right on into the bank. Time for a blind date. Look for a white bear on one of the office desks. If you find it, you'll find the inside man.
Camera over there. If you twitch, hey, okay, it's on.
Did you catch the game last night?
Okay, that's new. That's definitely new. So we don't need to find the... Okay.
There's a security gate between you and that vault. Get to it.
On the floor. Hey,
God, I wish that there was like a mass cabled, a mass tie hand skill. This feels like such an obvious thing. I'm shocked they haven't done it.
If you tie down civilians, I can use them for hostage negotiations.
here's one.
Okay, there's no vent system. Uh-huh. That's neat.
Okay, time for some breaching action. Pick up the thermal lance from the van.
Oh, need to go outside this time. That is new, and I like that. I like that it isn't just, you know, it's just First World Bank again.
Drop the gun.
I'm calm.
Assemble the thermal lance. Let's see what that gate is made of.
But it definitely makes it more so that, oh hey, can you maybe get some shit delivered inside? But probably not, because oh wait. Goddamn controller was still connected. Stop releasing hostages, you idiot! Ugh.
Do as I say. Don't move.
Well, but it's a drill again.
Beautiful. Time to
I wonder if they have it. If they also have a left side, right side variation. But it's the oxygen drill again. Oh well.
lance and keep topping up that oxygen.
But yeah, one of the things that I find surprising is the fact that they haven't released their big update for the armor rework yet. Because that is the one that's really interesting, in my opinion. Don't know if it's coming. I mean, I don't know when it's coming. Probably early next year. Might stream that again as well if it happens, but basically it's gonna allow you to just you know,
Police assault in
have
30 seconds.
you can have armor again like Payday 2.
We have some extra tanks stashed away.
So not everyone uses the
Cops are bringing in naders.
you know, the violet armor. Oh wait, what are you? What are you doing there? Stop that!
The maglock got activated. The edges of the gate are magnetized and sealed tight. Find the manager's computer.
Time to find pewter.
Here we go.
Okay, this stairwell is new.
I've wasted the shield.
God, where did they all come from?
The lance is running smoothly. They deployed the hostage rescue team. Stay sharp. Sabotage squad rolling in. Chains is down. Time to bag it up.
Okay.
The cops have arrived. They don't look happy. Fucking finally! Head for that vault! Cops are sending in the sabotage squad. Watch the hostages. Rescue units have arrived.
Okay, so. This area is also a thing, I see. So basically keeps most of the stuff from Payday 2, but reworks it a bit, which is fine.
Zappers no more.
Drop in or you're dead.
I'm calm.
No funny stuff.
Okay.
Get the thermite. I had it stashed away in the server room.
Okay, now I do need to ask the question, why can't we get the thermite earlier?
All tanked up. Stay in line. Assholes are going down.
Secure door. Low quality ceiling. Set up the thermite in the counting room above the vault. The cops are clearing out, but keep your masks on. This isn't over yet.
Honestly, I kind of hate the fact that we're using thermite again. Like, one of the things that that made First World Bank interesting in the first game
You know how this goes.
was the fact that,
Add more thermite.
yeah, you know, this is a big secure bank,
Too much? Those sprinklers
and
will
you're
get going.
kind of trolling them a little bit, you know? It's like, yeah, sure. Big secure bank, you just burn into the vault. That's neat. it kind of loses that point when you say, oh hey, First World Bank in 2 and 3 are the same bank later, and you keep using the same method. At some point you think they would have shielded that safe.
I wasted the shield.
Now this is the big thing. Shield is dead.
Dallas is down.
Putting down a medic now.
Cloaker's fucked.
Hoxton is down.
Push up behind the shield.
I killed Captain America.
Somebody help Dallas. They'll need more than that to take you down. Just don't let your guard down. They'll be back.
I got the cloaker.
It was a cloaker. Well, nice. Okay,
The thermite is done.
there we go. Up into the vault. No dozers? No dozers. Oh god, this is...
There's just something about big piles of cash. Grab it and bag it up.
Okay. Okay, I like that idea that you have to drill into sidewalls.
Check the vents. One of them is unblocked. Find it and throw down the cash. A one-way trip straight to the garage. Just picked up a transmission. The cops are about to launch a final assault. Stay sharp. The cop sabotage squad rolling in.
Smoke Circuit City.
Yeah.
Dallas is down.
I wasted the shield.
Cops are out to fucking get you. They're not retreating until you're dead.
Took down the doctor. Surrender peacefully. I got you covered.
Dallas has gone down. That's one.
The shield is dead.
3 bags and counting. That's 4 bags. That's 7. Dallas is down. Cops are not regrouping anymore. They'll keep coming until you're dead or in custody. Nine bags and counting.
Anything else left? I don't think so. I like that
Make your way to the lobby.
thing, but
Shield gone.
Two bags left.
I wasted the shield.
Get fucking moving, people! The cops are not backing down this time. That's
okay,
everything.
these things
Let's get out of
as
here.
fuck. It's not good.
Houston's fucking down.
But yeah, this is the problem again. In the end, always. Always. Ironically, going down is preferable in this game.
Surrender. You're outnumbered.
Joy has gone down.
Really fast. Let the shield begin.
Somebody help Hoxton. Let's get out of there for fuck's sake. The cops aren't retreating this time.
Bye-bye, Sparky.
A lot of chatter. We got snipers and reinforcements at the front. Let's get creative. Hoxton is down. Christ, Houston is down.
It's a level 4 person on over. What are you doing here? Ah, fuck.
We'll blow a hole straight into the next door building. Fuck! Houston's in custody. Dallas has gone down. Somebody help Dallas. Dallas is down.
Oh, you fucking idiot. Ah. But yeah, level 4, go into overkill. Sure.
Really beefed up, huh? Just a minor setback though. One way or another, we're getting that cash. No way First World Bank is gonna get a pass. We'll regroup and hit it again.
Oh, I didn't want to. By the way, this if you ever wondered, a lot of those people whining back in the back in the beginning of the year, like oh, people didn't let me join their hell dive missions and hell divers too. You know what? Those people, they were fucking level 4 and shit, and were like, oh, why aren't people just dragging me through the hardest difficulty? The reason is fuck you. You don't have a build. You have nothing. And we're just expected to drag someone? Ah. Seriously, if you're level 4, do not join Overkill. If you're playing with a friend and they say, don't worry, I get you through it, sure. But if you're playing public, do not fucking join Overkill lobbies. Don't fucking do that.
Okay, enter the bank.
I guess let's go again.
Look for a white bear on one of the office desks. If you find it, you'll find the inside man.
Great, you're here. I'm your guy. I'll get you in. All right, yeah. Listen, I need you to erase my log entries so I don't get busted. Copy the content of this USB to the server.
Now access that server room. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
That's done. Get back to me.
Well, server room that was. Oh wait, it was up there, I think.
You can't be in here. This area is restricted.
Hmm.
I will need you to come with me. This area is restricted.
Yeah, sure.
Don't make this.
Shit! The lasers tripped the alarm. Weapons hot, everybody.
Don't move.
Okay, let's deal with this gate. Go pick up the thermal lance from the van in front of the bank.
Hit the deck.
Yeah, remember what I said with we need faster tying, mass tying?
Time to go.
Tie down some civilians. I can use them to negotiate with the police. Set that lance up by the gate.
Found one.
The faster the better.
On the floor.
Well, that guy at least thought, you know, forward thinking,
Keep feeding that
I
leg
guess.
with oxygen and keep the cops off it. You'll be through in no time. Hostage rescue units are on site. Cops are sending in the sabotage squad. Dallas is in custody. Turn off that sprinkler system, or the thermite isn't going to be as effective. Just say the word. That's a bit of a problem. Shut down the sprinkler system to keep the fire going hot.
Keep it coming! I can take it!
Dallas is out of custody. Somebody help Dallas. Good. The cops are pulling away. Don't get too comfortable. They'll be back.
Cloaker's history.
Yeah.
I'm tracking another assault team. They'll be there in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I can already see the problems with this version.
Done. The place is wide open. There's just something about big piles of cash. Grab it and bag it up. Here we go. Check the vents. One of them is unblocked. Find it and throw down the cash. A one-way trip straight to the garage. Stand ready, guys. The cops are preparing to give it all they
Stay behind me.
How many fucking...
Time to hustle. The fucking cops won't regroup until you're dead. That antenna needs to come. One bag and counting. 2 bags and counting. 4 bags and counting. Dallas is down.
Kill the cloaker!
Cops will keep coming for you until you're dead or in custody. They're not retreating this time.
Yeah,
Hoxton is down.
I can tell you what the problem is of this map.
That's 5 bags.
Yeah, how many fucking...
Dallas is down. Joy's down. Hoxton's gone down.
What's my UI scan? Great, how did that happen?
Take out the antenna on the FBI van.
Okay, so I guess the game just glitched. I don't have an UI anymore. No, I think the game broke. Holy shit. I mean, it feels very much like this map is already weirdly tuned as well, but okay, you know what, I can tell you. If you're wondering, where does it stand? Well, this is, ironically, the worst version of First World Bank. I'm amazed they fucked it up, and they fucked it up in ways I did not expect them to fuck it up. See, here's the thing. Aside from the fact that I feel, this is just a feeling, that the amount of cops that are spawning right now on this map are just way overtuned. Because in no other map will you have this many cops just in one hallway. And the problem with the, Payday 3 is already that weapons are dealing pitiful damage. Like, those are some weak weapons. Okay? Next problem, and this is why I wondered why they released this map before the, you know, big armor update anyway. But I have to ask you a question. What is the purpose of the level design of Payday 3? It's a simple question. What is the goal? And well, you know, you can just watch this really fucked up one here and compare to what is the purpose of the level design in Payday 1 and 2. Okay? The answer is pretty simple. Payday 1 and Payday 2 try to... yeah, something is bugged here massively. Lord. Again, newest map, completely glitched. Great job, Overkill, by the way. The thing is, Payday 1 and 2, basically the objectives are there for two reasons. Either, so you have to hold out in a place, those are, you know, the drills, for example. There's a drill drilling, you need to, you know, you need to wait. And in terms of stealth in Payday 2, it is there that you need to, you know, time it right, or, you know, you need to secure an area, because the thing is, drills take time, and you can only drill in Payday 2 if no one hears them. You can use skills for that, or no one sees them. You need to secure the area for that. Now, the other point is that it's basically for the second objective is there to push you through the enemies. So this is basically, you know, oh hey, you have held out at the position, the drill ticked down, and now the game says you need to pick something up from the other end of the map. There. Ah, there we go. So yeah, those are the two things that you do in Payday 1 and 2. Basically with loud, stealth is a little bit different in 2, but generally, the point of the maps is that it forces you into either you hold out or you push through. Payday 3 is designed to waste your time, because the whole core system of the game is... Hey Paul, I mean, you honestly, Payday 2 is something where I would say if you have a good build, you will probably also like it, but like, nowadays it's a big thing anyway. But the thing is, in Payday 3, the whole system is there to drain your resources, and you saw it. This map is the perfect, like this heist is basically the perfect example of everything that is just kinda wrong. First of all, you have huge amounts of enemies walking at you, so I just sit there being like, okay, the fuck am I supposed to do right now? Because I'm already using kind of like the best AR in the game, you know, if they didn't have, you know, nerfed that one into the ground. The only other things you could use would be stuff like, you know, certain shotguns, but also only the full auto ones with big magazines. Because there's a problem. You can't really kill effectively in Payday 3 because there are not really skills that give you damage to, you know, specialize your weapons so you can do more damage to enemies. In Payday 1 and 2, big, you know, big enemy hordes inside of this hallway, as we saw here, would not have been a problem. Because I would have had my LMG in Payday 2, I would have had, honestly, the thing is, if Payday 2 was that, it wouldn't have sold that well. And also, Payday 2 is the better game overall. There is way more stuff to do, and the ImSim light aspect actually makes it way more engaging than 1. 1 is a fun shooter, not going to lie, but Payday 2 executes it way better in a lot of ways. It's just also way more complex. So if you just go in there and want to shoot, it's a game that basically tells you no, you need to know what kind of setup to shoot you need to have. Payday 3 is basically, oh, you want to shoot, fuck you. Half your health is that way. And this is like the thing. They added extra steps to this whole process right now, which are just there to waste your time. If you know them, yeah, you can be like, oh yeah, you know what, I already go to the office of the director and can unlock the mag lock. But also, I can only do that when, you know, the CrimeNet waifu tells me, oh, you can now do that. The reason why I can't do that instantly when it goes loud is simply because then I would be able to do it very fast, and it wouldn't make me wait a long time. Similarly, oh, you can now pick up the thermite. Why can't I pick up the thermite earlier? Because that would lead to us not wasting time. it's just a thing Payday 3 does all the time. It's just, yeah, steps are gated. Payday 2 does that also sometimes, but Payday 2 has one upside on that. Your resources don't go out. You have to manage them. Like, you know, there is a lot of shit like armor gating. You know, there's armor gating, there's stoic, there's leech. There's like a lot of ways the game is like, okay, you execute a plan, and this is how you keep yourself alive. This is how you keep a perpetual resource there. And even if you don't, well, that resource is usually also refilling, so good on that. Payday 1 and Payday 2, with that armor system, are about managing shit. So, but you never ever run out of it. You always have a safety buffer to go through. The thing is, if your health really depletes in Payday 1 or Payday 2, this is because you fucked up and played badly. It's a punishment. Payday 3 is designed to chip away at it constantly. So the thing is, as you saw me play it, I did not really play badly. The problem is just at some point our resources were ran dry. Which also leads to the fact that, you know, a bunch of, you know, publics always do like, oh yeah, we just release all the hostages in the beginning. Which isn't like the worst plan here, because you can just start basically drilling through half the vault door. That's neat. But also, again, you kind of need those resources later. But also you can't just mass get them into... There's just so much in this game that is just either clunky, hard to execute, or just... And you're like... That's the thing. I know what it was at in the beginning, that it was completely unbalanced and shit, but also the thing is, the game really, Payday 2 went up after they reworked a lot of that. And the thing is, it's, I mean, you could say it's bloated, but ironically, Payday 2 pulls off one thing that is kind of amazing in games nowadays anyway. There is so much content, and a lot of it is viable. Like, most perk decks are viable. There are a lot of different skill builds, a lot of guns are viable. Yeah, in some categories, like the ARs, it's like, you have a lot of guns that are viable, and then you have the one choice everyone is basically picking because it's just all around the best one, because for some reason they never balanced that properly. But again, Payday 2, yeah, it's big, but also for some reason that works out in its favor, ironically. Here it's, again, here the thing is, again, the game just drains your resources. As you saw, I got to the last step. It's just at that point the game pulls just so many cops at you, and here comes the second thing. The second thing they fucked up are the spawn points. You saw that vault area, right? Here's the thing. In Payday 2 and Payday 1, you have exactly I think 3 points where cops can spawn from. In front and moving through the bank, on top and grappling down with ropes, or in elevators in the front hall of the vault. Keep that in mind. Payday 3 adds elevators at the back of the vault and elevators to the side of the vault door. One of the things that made First World Bank interesting is that you get pushed in, you know, into this basically choke point. This, you know, there is no way out but back through those cop spawns. But the thing is, they all are coming from one direction. And this makes this this heist interesting, because you basically have to force yourself into a worse and worse position all the time, but also it's manageable because, again, the cops are only coming from one direction and you can always push back through that direction. It's a manageable thing. Now, as I said, the game is there to waste your time, waste your resources. So what happens? A cop spawn your back and shoot you in the back. A lot of times I just got trash damage from behind. And I can't clear the cops in front of me fast enough anyway. So is this manageable, this heist? Yeah, sure. If you have a if you have a group that knows what that's communicating and knows what they're doing, and not isn't wasting their resources all the time. Also puts down favors in the beginning and stuff like that. Sure, that is doable. But at some point I need to ask, what the fuck is the point that I have something, that I have armor that is regenerating when it can't regenerate when there are constantly cops spawning in my back? What the fuck is that? Like, it is so insane to me that I look at some changes to the bank layout, like, the big stairway in the middle, where I would say, oh, that's neat. Honestly, that is kind of a good addition to the bank layout. Generally like that you have to pick up some stuff from outside. That was kind of missing. That's where it ends. Why the fuck are there extra spawns in the safe room? The whole point of the heist is you are in this dead end and you need to fight yourself out of the dead end. Why do you make a game with a constant resource drain and then let just cops spawn in your back so they can just shoot you from the blind spot? I am fucking ill and have headaches, and this is just making me mad. I mean, again, I feel like to a degree also the spawns are overtuned, because holy shit, I really don't know how to push through that. Again, there's a reason you played LMGs in Payday 2 to a degree. Or, you put really big magazines on your assault rifle, because that's like kind of a thing you did. It's kind of weird, just pointing that out. It's so funny that when you have gun customizations in video games, if you have a multiplayer game, you usually want to have magazines that you can swap fast. But if you have a co-op game, you usually want to have magazines that are as large as possible. Large. Chunky magazines. Oh, perk is a fun word, but I mean, it is kind of, it's also missing. Like, holy shit, where are the perks in this game? Yeah, I guess that was, if there isn't like a better, I don't know, if there is a better loadout or something, I will not look it up right now. This was Payday 2, Payday 3, I almost imagined a better game. This was Payday 3 First World Bank. Yeah, they somehow managed to fuck it up. I am impressed. The spawns in the back wouldn't even be that bad if my fucking armor regenerated. And I know they're saying, oh, we are going to rework the system, but let me tell you one thing. I know there are a lot of people who are always come from one direction, with this direction become always a bit easier if you open the next area to level and you can relax with. Yeah! And this is ironically not, I mean, you saw it in the last heist, right? We opened up the second area and there were already cops. This could be a bug, okay? But it could also be very, very much intentioned that they just spawn there already. Like what the fuck? Yeah, it's a linear level. It's, you go in, you go out. It's a very simple one. I am just amazed. They fucked it up in a way I'm like, oh god, this was... Yeah, and again they say, oh, we're going to rework the ammo system. That will probably make the game somewhat better. But it's still not gonna make it, let's just put it like this, good. Because all the problems right now are still the same as it had. And I know there are some people out there who are very ferociously saying, the game is fixed now, it's good, why are not people switching? Listen, I'm just gonna put something up here really, really quickly. Let me just be like... because if you're claiming the game is back, it is doing so well. Look at these numbers and fucking face reality. They got up to 2,000 players they were in the hundreds yesterday. They got up to 2,000 players for one heist. This is going to drop again. They always have peaks, but they never go up farther than like 4,000. That was the highest one they had. This one was, you know, the last big update. This game has had a big player drain, and they haven't gotten players back. And every single fix of the last year were minor adjustments and pretending that more content will fix the situation. And only now they are like saying, oh yeah, you know what, actually the armor system sucks. Yeah, they fired their lead designer. But here's the thing. Payday 2 needed adjustments in the beginning, and then they added the perks. Payday 3 needs some really core overhauls, because you don't get people back with more content. You do not get your game back just because you listen to the few people that keep saying the game is fixed now, why is everyone, because the game isn't fixed. It's not going to be fixed with the new armor system. The new armor system will make it better, but it's not going to fix it, because it just clings to the old, to what you're doing now. It just clings to that as if it doesn't want to admit that it was a failure. And if this game in the end turns out to just be Payday 2 again, then so be it. I'd rather have Payday 2 again, but on a good engine, than whatever the fuck is going on right now. But shit they also need to do is just buff the weapons across the board. Buff, you know, resource gain above the board. Just make everything playable. And if you're thinking, well, wait, if they now add perks and skills that make me way more stronger, then, you know what? Oh yeah, remember Overtrail. They also did it in Payday 2. Did it in both. And it's like, yep. But yeah, the thing is, you won't get back to any sensible player numbers if you do not face the fact that some things are fundamentally wrong right now. And one is, for example, that your weapons just feel miserable. The best I can get, and this is the whole combo I'm still doing on my thing, is that I get the 10% damage buff from Edge, and then because if I have Adrenaline on, so you know, more health, then that is doubled, so 20% more damage. This is what I get with the best weapon. Then I have somewhat of wave clear. Again, the weapons need a general buff across the board, or you need to have skills that buff the weapon categories. Pick what you want to do, but do it. Because right now, this is just a path towards... I wouldn't say it's a slow death, it's just you will run out of money. And your company is working on a different game. I already know that if Payday 3 isn't catching itself and isn't starting to make money, you all will switch that project. And here's the thing, games can be saved. Games can can beat their own records. Games can come back. I've seen it. But here's the thing, for that, you actually need to put in the work. You should especially be humble and realize you really fucked up at some points. Like, you know, No Man's Sky didn't come back because they were like, no, actually everything is fine with the game. No Man's Sky came back because at some point we just sat there and screamed, Sean, stop it. You're just adding too many features. Let us pay for some of them. We can fish now. There's a whole fishing system in No Man's Sky now. And submarines. And a lot of our shit. God damn it, Sean, stop that. On the other hand, if you look at, for example, the thing I streamed also a lot of times, Battlefield 2042. Why did they come back? The thing is, they did not only put out content, they also were like, okay, we fucked up, here's a lot of stuff we are going to rework. And so they, reworked the specialists into classes again. And then, they did both things. They fixed the stuff that really was aggravating. They reworked all of the base game maps. And, I'm very happy that, First World Bank doesn't have a stand in the spot and catch 5G objective. I think even the fucking... They still do that in some of the DLC, so it's kind of wild. But, yeah. This is the thing I would say. Actually get the armor system completely overhauled. Not what you're doing right now. Overhaul it completely. Go back to what you had in 1 and 2. Give us back perks. Make the weapons stronger and overhaul every single heist already in the game. Else you will not get anyone back. If you just let it play out, you won't get anyone back. This was First World Bank in Payday 3. Probably going to play something more fun now. We'll see. Have a good night, and yeah, tomorrow is something new. We'll see what it will be. Might be a bit grand even, so stay tuned for that. See you all then. And also, again, for everyone who doesn't know, the Game Awards, we will restream it on Friday. So after Victoria 3, be there. And oh hey Ashley, how are you doing? Fuck, you came here for the ending. Yeah, have a good night, and yeah, see you tomorrow on Friday. We'll be there. Have a good one, and bye.